The night was calm as Emma finished her dinner, the soft hum of streetlights outside the only sound. As she was about to unwind, her phone rang, startling her. It was nearly 9 p.m., an unusual hour for calls. Unease crept in as she answered. "Hello," she said, her voice tinged with hesitation. Silence hung on the line. Just as she was about to hang up, a deep, soothing voice broke the stillness. "Good evening, Emma." The voice was unfamiliar, yet strangely captivating, sending a chill down her spine. "Who is this?" she asked, trying to keep her voice steady. "A friend," the voice replied, calm and hypnotic. "I've been thinking about you." Emma's grip tightened on the phone. "I don't know who you are. How did you get my number?" A soft chuckle came through the line. "That's not important. What matters is that I'd like to get to know you. I think you'd like that too." A mix of fear and intrigue washed over her. Before she could respond, the line went dead, leaving her staring at the phone, her heart pounding. As she tried to shake off the unsettling call, a sudden knock at the door made her jump. She hesitated before opening it, only to find no one there. A small, plain white card lay on the doormat. With trembling fingers, Emma picked it up. It bore a single message in elegant handwriting. "Call me," followed by a phone number. That night, Emma couldn't get the call out of her mind. The card sat on her table, a silent invitation she couldn't ignore. Against her better judgment, she dialed the number. The phone rang twice before the familiar voice answered. "I knew you'd call." "Who are you?" Emma asked, her voice shaky. "That's not important right now," the voice replied smoothly. "What matters is that we've connected. I want to get to know you, Emma. I think we could be friends." The way he said friends sent a chill down Emma's spine, but there was a strange allure in his words. Over the next few days, their conversations became a nightly ritual. The man, who never revealed his name, knew exactly how to draw her in. His voice was a web, and she was caught in it. Emma found herself looking forward to his calls, the anticipation of hearing his voice becoming a strange comfort. Then the gifts began arriving. They were small at first, a bouquet of her favorite flowers on her doorstep, a box of fine chocolates on her car windshield. Each gift came with a cryptic card that made her heart race. "Thinking of you. Soon. Can't wait." The final gift, however, was different. One evening, as she returned from work, Emma found a single card outside her door. The message was brief and commanding. "Come meet me. I'll be waiting." It included an address, a secluded mansion on the outskirts of town, hidden deep in the woods. Emma's heart pounded as she read it, fear and excitement battling within her. She knew this was a turning point. She could ignore the invitation and return to her normal life, or she could go and finally uncover the truth about the man who had captivated her. Curiosity won. She had to know. On a cool, crisp evening, Emma drove to the address. The road wound through dark, dense woods, the mansion looming ahead like a shadowy silhouette against the night sky. She parked and stepped out, her breath misting in the chilly air as she approached the front door. Before she could knock, the door creaked open. A woman stood in the dimly lit foyer, striking and elegant, with sharp features that put Emma on edge. "You must be Emma," the woman said smoothly. "Come in. My husband is expecting you." Emma hesitated. "Your husband?" she asked, confused. "I thought I was meeting." "You are," the woman interrupted with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "He'll be down shortly. Please come inside." Despite her instincts, Emma stepped into the mansion, the heavy door closing behind her with a thud. The interior was dim, lit only by scattered candles casting flickering shadows. The air was thick with a sense of foreboding as the woman led her down darkened hallways lined with strange, ancient artifacts. Emma's unease grew with each step, her senses screaming that something was terribly wrong. They entered a large sitting room, where a fire crackled in the hearth, casting long shadows on the walls. The room was filled with unsettling objects, chains hanging from the walls, whips laid casually on a table. The place had an air of something sinister, like a twisted dream. "Would you like a drink?" the woman asked, holding up a glass of deep red wine. Emma hesitated. Her instincts told her to refuse, but she nodded and took the glass, sipping it slowly. The wine was rich and smooth, with an underlying taste she couldn't place. Before she could dwell on it, the door creaked open, and he appeared, the man from the phone, tall and imposing, exuding an air of dark elegance. His eyes were sharp, almost predatory. As he crossed the room, his gaze locked on Emma's. "Emma," he said, his voice as smooth and alluring in person as it had been over the phone. "I'm glad you came." Fear mingled with the strange thrill Emma had felt since their first conversation. But now, standing before him, the thrill turned into something darker. "Who are you?" she stammered, taking a step back. "What is this place?" The man smiled, a slow, predatory grin. "All in good time. But first, let's enjoy the evening." The woman moved closer, her smile sharp and unnerving. "You've been very curious, haven't you, Emma? Wondering who we are, what we want." Emma's fear spiked. She wanted to run, to get out of the house before it was too late, but the door was too far away. They were too close. "Please," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I think I should go." The man stepped closer, his gaze darkening. "I'm afraid it's too late for that, my dear. You've come this far, why not stay a little longer?" Before she could react, a sudden knock at the door echoed through the house. Emma jumped, her eyes darting to the entrance, hoping for an escape. But the man and woman merely exchanged a knowing glance. "It seems we have another visitor," the man said, amused. The woman walked to the door, opened it slowly, but no one was there. She smiled, closing the door and turning back to Emma. "They're playing with you, Emma. They like to play before the end." Emma's blood ran cold. This wasn't an ordinary couple, and this wasn't an ordinary night. She had walked into a trap, one she couldn't escape. The wine glass slipped from her fingers, shattering on the floor, but she barely noticed. Her mind raced, trying to piece together the fragments of fear and confusion. The man stepped closer, his presence overwhelming. His eyes seemed to glow in the dim light, boring into hers with a chilling intensity. "You've been so eager to find out, haven't you, Emma? To uncover the secrets that drew you here." Emma tried to back away, but the woman blocked her path. "Please, I didn't mean to intrude," she stammered. "I just want to leave." The woman laughed, cold and mocking. "Leave? Oh, Emma, you made your choice when you walked through that door." The candles flickered as if a sudden gust of wind had swept through, though the air was still. Emma's heart pounded as she realized she was trapped. There was no way out.